Stupidest workplace injury ever, or yet another reason why mandatory name badges are a bad idea. Warning, this story involves titties and stabbing. Do not read if you, like me, are against both or either of these things. So today I was in the fitting room at the department store I work at, clearing up after a customer I had just finished helping. I was hanging up a pair of trousers using one of those hangers with the spring-loaded clips, and a piece of metal pinged off of it, smacked into my name badge and somehow caused the pin to come undone. I didn't realize anything was wrong right away, because the badge didn't fall off, for reasons that will become clear very soon, so I just went on with my work. Then my service leader came over to tell me that my previous customer had given some really glowing feedback about me, which was nice, but I couldn't enjoy it because it was at this moment that I became aware of a dull pain deep inside my boob and realized what had happened. I excused myself by mumbling something along the lines of "I've stabbed myself in the boob" and got myself into a stall in the staff bathroom to clean up. The pin is decently girthy and about 1.5 inches long, and the whole thing was buried in my titty right above my areola, and it didn't want to come out at all. I didn't want to call a first aider because, well, it's my titty, so I had to grit my teeth and yank it out, massively misjudging the direction of the stab and so tearing my skin a fair amount. Then I took off my top and binder. I have no idea how the pointy little fucker got through my binder in the first place, but here we are, to inspect the damage. My top was a bodysuit, so I had to take my trousers down a bit too. This isn't really relevant, but it kind of adds to the ridiculousness of the whole scene. There was barely any blood, but I'm really squeamish about needles, and of course it was at about this point, when I was basically naked, that I began feeling faint and nauseous. One of my managers happened to be using the stall next to me at the exact moment that I started to make god-awful retching sounds, really sounded 10x worse than it actually was, and she ended up calling the first aider, who was another one of my managers, and I ended up having to explain the whole stupid situation to her through the stall door while mostly nude, all the while petrified that she'd feel justified in kicking down the door to rescue me. I then had to describe the events to her over again once I'd cleaned myself up so she could write it on an incident report. The injury site was listed as breast/nipple area. Cool. Great. Amazing. For the whole rest of the day, I had that horrid throbby needle pain in my boob, but that's probably just because I was wearing a binder and its compressing powers had no mercy for my tender titty. I ended up getting another really positive customer review later that day, and my service leader took me to my line manager, yes, a third manager. I work at a giant department store, to make sure my perseverance in the face of titty trauma was properly recognized. My workplace is actually really supportive and cool. I wish they didn't make me wear this stupid name badge though. It now has a little nick in it where the metal ricocheted off it, and I just know that every time I look at it I'll be reminded of the stupidest workplace injury I ever sustained. There's probably some / deep symbolism / in here surrounding the two things I hate most about myself: my name and my titties conspiring to injure me, but my dumb non-binary ass cannot be bothered. I'm also pretty new to this job, and I'm now concerned that I will become known as the idiot who got stabbed in the boob and kept working. Edit. To everyone who is urging me to go get a tetanus shot, I thank you all for your concern, but I am up to date. It's also hilariously ironic that you think the best solution to my situation is to go have more needles plunged into me.